You can also put baskets, for $30, we can do this for you. For $40, we can do this for you. Maybe you can ask, not maybe, you should ask multiple questions about their willingness to pay. You want to know how much they're willing to pay without necessarily indicating what service they're going to get. Because you're not selling uniform oranges, or you're not selling orange juice. Okay? Orange juice is orange juice. Yes, there's a difference, is there pulp, this and that, Florida, California. But all Florida orange juice that has no pulp is pretty much uniform. But when you're selling a cleaning service, it depends upon what you're buying. For example, I have a monthly subscription from them. For $23 a month, I have unlimited car washes. But I don't do any waxing or anything like that. If I wanted all of those, I have to put another $13. If you want even more basic, you can get that too. So you want to ask them, A, how much they're willing to spend, and B, what would be their interest in different levels of, different bundles of products. For some people, price is the most important thing. For some people, actual thorough cleanliness is more important. And again, that may be correlated with their income, their social status, whether they're single, married, their gender. So you want to learn all of those things. The more questions you ask, the better information you get. And that's a good question. Can you guys think of other questions to ask other than demographics? Because you're going to do your marketing survey only once.
And you want to know how big of an area your customers need.
Exactly. $40 for a one bedroom is a different value compared to a 5,000 square foot house. So ask them about where they live, okay? Is it a studio apartment or a mansion?
Be more specific about what kind of
Oh, sure.
you could ask I guess it wouldn't be why you want the cleaning service, but what part of your house do you not clean and you want the service to?
For example, if I hired these guys, I would have hired them for bathrooms and kitchen. Because the rest of my house, I have a robot vacuum that even does mopping. I run that as soon as I'm leaving in the morning. I push the button. By the time I come back, it's back on its charging station, having done the place. If I'm going to do mopping, I basically put the area rugs together. It also does mopping. I do mopping once a week. Again, I just push a button, it takes care of the rest. I don't need to pay any money for that because I paid over $200 for that thing. I bought it at one of those Black Friday deals on Amazon years ago. Its original price was $500. It's the best investment that I ever made as a single guy. But I hate cleaning bathrooms, including the bathtubs. I understand why people would hate cleaning the actual crapper, but including bathtubs, even including the sinks, I hate doing that stuff. So I can hire somebody, come every 2 weeks and do my kitchen and bathrooms. That's it, done. I would be interested in that. So for that, I would pay $40. If you're going to ask me to pay $100 for the entire house, no, I can afford it, but I don't need it. So always put different bundles and see what sort of demand are there for different bundles. When your product is not a commodity. Even if you're doing a coffee shop, you're not going to ask them whether they want coffee or not, right? You know, some people like their coffees where it takes 2 minutes to order it. Someone like me, you know, I'm one of the old farts. I go in and I say, you know, large black coffee, that's it, done. Except in Dunkin' Donuts, you have to say, no. Oh, I remember. When I first came to US, Dunkin' Donuts was specialized in New England those days, and it's big in Boston. I go to Dunkin' Donuts and I'm gonna order coffee for the first time. And I said, can I get a large coffee? Says, how do you want it? I said, just regular. And they give it to me, I open it, it's cream and sugar. So this is not regular, it's cream and sugar. Apparently that's what regular means. I had the same problem with, I used to smoke Camels those days. If you want to go buy a pack of Marlboros, you just say Marlboros. How do you want them? Just regular. If you say regular Camels, you get the non-filter version. With Camels, you have to say Camel filters. I don't know why. And even for car companies, when you go buy a car, do you simply get one model? Yes, you have different makes. You go to Subaru, you got your Forester, you got your, what you want to call, Outbacks, Crosstreks. But even among those, there are different packages. And in many cases, those different packages is where they make their money. Because those add-ons typically are worth so much less than what they charge you. There is a kind of mentality with average consumer. I bought my current car, which is a 2023 Subaru Forester. It's the most basic Subaru Forester that you can get. I paid $27,000 for it, not even that. And you can add on stuff to it that goes up to $40,000. Why? I don't need it. Leather seats. I'm not in Florida. I don't care. Okay? Or, you know, you can put some little thing on your side mirrors when somebody on your left-hand side is close. It kind of lights up. It's a nice thing, but is it worth $1,000? To me, it's not. But people think once you spent the $27,000, additional $1,000, it's not too much. Well, it is. It makes a big difference. I almost had a fight with the finance guy because it's like after you say, okay, I'll buy that car at that price and here's my trade-in, you agree on everything, you have to go through a gauntlet of people. And one of those people in that gauntlet is the finance guy. He basically, if you're getting a loan, I wasn't, arranges a loan for you, but while he's having you captive, signing about 20,000 pages, he's trying to sell you stuff. You know, extra warranty, coverage for this, coverage for that. And he gave me a little package. I said, how much is that? He said, this much. I said, no, it's too much. I said, let me give you another one. You'll get a $3,000 value for $1,500. I said, shut up. I teach finance for a living. 3,000 value is what you charge to idiots. That's not the value. Value is what you get. Price is what you pay for. He almost got mad. He was like, how can you even think about turning down such a value? I'm giving you $1,500 for free. He probably believes that, by the way. And I always have explanation for people like that. Why do you think we have people like that working in auto dealer finance departments? Huh?
No policy does that. If he's aggressive, if he kind of, he's a salesman.
No,
Pushing you to make
he actually believes that's a good deal. Because if he was any better, he would be working at a bank. Think of it that way. That's almost always the case. I used to get mad at our IT people when I first started here. I mean, to the extent possible, I don't interact with them. Because once we interact, worlds colliding, as you know, George Costanza says. I can take care of my own stuff. I don't even use the computer that they give me because you almost have to ask for permission to go to the bathroom with those computers. You can install a new app by using something called elevated status. In order to uninstall an app from your computer, you have to go to IT and they uninstall it for you. I mean, I get the reasoning they want to have security and stuff, but almost monthly I get emails from ostensibly other faculty members that ask me to do something, but they're all phishing emails. So somehow they get their stuff hacked. And once I got really mad at them, and finally I said, if you can't solve this problem by this time tomorrow, I'll come there, sit there, and won't leave until you guys do it. About a week later, I got asked to come to Human Resources. In fact, they have these people, their offices are next to the cemetery. I call them the cemetery people. And I go there, I don't understand why I'm there. They talked about IT, and I said, okay, I used some choice words. Maybe I was asked to go there for that reason. I understood that. When I get mad, I use my French fluently, so to speak. And turned out that wasn't the reason. They actually felt threatened by me. You know, they look at it, it's a Middle Eastern name, and from my accent on the phone, they know that I'm not American. This was, let me see, 2011 or 12. And this being Kentucky, you know, they become their little redneck. I don't care. I mean, I never worried about that sort of stuff because I was never brought up in this culture. I understand that's an ingrained part of minority culture because you grow up with that. I spent my life sticking it to the people, so. Anyway, and finally, I said, after all of this, I told them, you guys have no right to call yourselves information technology. And one of them was actually naive enough to ask me why. I said, because you have neither information nor technology. But as I matured, I realized there is a reason these people work here.